Hey, parents, teachers, grandparents, thank you so much for coming back again and again. Thank you for sending some of these questions. Another very difficult question. I see my 25-year-old girl living a life that is not right. It hurts me as a mother. My husband works abroad. By the time when my daughter was just about 4 or 5 years old, he went, and works in abroad. He sometimes calls, he sometimes doesn't call. There's been several months he has not called us because his work is like that. He's been earning very well, and that's the reason we are able to build a house. And my daughter starting in a very good college. But she's now asking to go out of the house and live separately, and she doesn't want to take our advice. What do we do? What do we do? Again, I really don't know what are the other angles to it, to this question, what it is, and I really don't know. I really don't know. But I'm going to use this question to address something else, even for other viewers. I have no problem when somebody is going out and working abroad, doing things and all of that. I have no problem. You're earning some money to see it. But I really pray that whatever is that decision of going abroad and working, it will not be something on a long term where you sacrifice your family. Be careful about that. Don't sacrifice your family. Sometimes I've seen people earned so much, but when they have come back to India in that beautiful house that's been built, like how you have said, I've seen similar cases, and the house that has been built and all of that, and they've come back, the children are not there. The children are not there. At the end of the day, sometimes it becomes very, very difficult. There's a situation I had to deal with, some months ago where this daughter is not even allowing her father to meet with his grandson. And he is wanting to meet with the grandson. But she's saying, no, you are not there for me. Why now you want to, meet with my grandson? No, you can't. And this man has earned so much and, has a lot of money. But what to do with the money? What to do with the money? So I'm using this incident, this question to address even the other friends, So if there is a place where you have to go abroad or things like that, be wise. Don't sacrifice the family. Just like that one call every week or 2 calls every week itself is not just enough. Not just enough. You have to make some choices. You have to make some very serious choices. Now coming back to this question. A 25-year-old making her choices, yes. Now it's very difficult to stop her or things like that. I'll give you 3 pointers. One is, see how you can try to find some relationship. I'm sure because you have spent time with her and raised her up, definitely she would have a very subtle admiration for you. She would love you very deeply. She would love you because you formed attachment. You've been there. I don't know how much you have spent time. I don't know what was your work schedule when you are here or things like that. I don't know what it is, but she definitely admire you. See how you can reclaim that. Sometimes I've seen some of the mothers are losing that admiration that the daughter is having or the son is having when they have become very upset and angry and irritational in all the little things that the daughter is doing or the son is doing. And by the time they hit 22, 23, 24, they get very irritated when you are getting irritated and upset about small things, So that's the first thing, see how you can build that connection, The second thing that I would say is this. She's 25 and she will make her choices, So see how you can talk to someone else who's close to her and see how they can have an eye over her and help her out and things like that, somebody else who can reach out, see how they can do it. She might listen, she may not listen, but it may have to be someone with whom she is very closely connected that you also need to connect with. It can approach through a third party angle that you're trying to do it. The third very important thing is this. Your daughter has gone out and she might land up in some mess. She might get into some difficult problems and things like that. See if you don't shut the door, but keep that connection, that communication going. Why? If something happens, you should be the first person to step out and say, hey, sweetheart, I heard something has happened. Don't worry about it. Please come. I will help you. Now, let me put a word of wisdom here. Now, when I'm saying step out to help, don't get out of your way. No, there was an incident, I'll tell you one of the incident where the daughter had gone out like this and got a lot of loans and blew it and landed up in a big, loan mess and things like that. And she called up the mother, who never even respected the mother, but all of a sudden she called up the mother and said, I need the money, I need the money, I need the money. I've seen one situation where I helped them saying, if you don't have the money, please don't give. You say I'm available, but I don't have the money. Maybe I'll give you something small, but I cannot pay the whole thing. That's one situation that I dealt with. Another situation that I dealt with in a similar case like this, where this person had a lot of money, and this person said, I can easily pay off that debt. If you are paying off the debt and you're helping that girl, I think you need to get your terms and conditions. Meaning, you need to, sweetheart, you need to get back home. And you need to be under my roof. You need to be in these kind of situations. If you want me to bail out, you need to be in that place. Now, I'm not talking about a very authoritative kind of a situation where you get back home and says, no, you have to be under me. I will start controlling you. No. This is more for connection, not for controlling. Not for controlling. So many of the parents have misunderstood that when I've said that and said, oh, now I get that back, give them the money, now I can control them. It's for connection. It's for connection. That you are unconditionally loving your daughter, you're willing to help, at the same time, you're building that connection. Even if you're giving the money, even if the daughter says, I don't want to come and stay back, it's okay, don't fight over it. Maybe if you have the money, give the money, but build that connection. Don't lose that connection, because she might be willing to ask you for some wisdom later when she's making some similar decisions, because she knows you. See, you want to keep that flow going in that place of connection, where she can later making a choice, she would just say, Mama, I'm thinking of doing something, can you give me the wisdom? What should I do? Last time I messed up, right? And you only helped me out, thank you so much. But that will not happen unless you build that connection and keep that connection going. That relationship has to be built. Any relationship has to be built over a period of time. Now, the last pointer that I would say is this. Sometimes you may have to say some things very gently, not harshly, very gently, but say some things very straight. Sweetheart, you're going in this direction to drink and all of that. Don't land up in a mess. Be careful of your life. Be very careful of your life. I'm dealing with one case right now where the daughter has gone away, and all her posts on Instagram, everything is all about drinking. How she drinks some of the finest of the wines and finest of the scotch and all of that thing. Everything. She loves putting that. And the mother is hurting. The mother is sitting there and saying, what do I do, sir? And she's just gone. She's not even willing to listen. She's not willing to listen. Now the mother has lost that connection because there was a different other issue where she got divorced and the father walked away and all of that. And so the connection, broke long time back. Because she didn't have the connection, she was not even able to say certain things. See, if you build that connection, sometimes you may have to say certain things. You can say certain things. For example, tell this daughter and say, hey, sweetheart, I know you're, doing all of that. Last time you messed up and things like that, but I want to tell you, sweetheart, this is not the right path. I love you. I love you. And we've been together and we're spending a lot of time together. Just be careful. I'm interested in your life. I'm not wanting to control your behavior or control your actions, but I'm interested in your life. See, that's the posture you may have to take. It's a very complicated thing. That's why it took so much time to explain this. Be careful about how you deal with it. We don't want to lose our children. We don't want to lose our children. I know it's a very complicated situation. I know you've told me this question, but you've shared this question, but what is the different angles to it? I don't know. With whatever I've understood, I've just shared, may God give you grace, may God give you wisdom. Get to a family counselor or someone who can help you out. Share with them. Don't hide. Share with them everything, then they might help you. Thank you.